Welcome students. I myself, S.K. Khotekar, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, KTHM College, Nasik. I welcome you on our KTHM e-learning platform. Today's lecture, that is our syllabus lecture, and our subject is Indian and Global Economic Development. Now our subject pattern is 2013 pattern and term pattern, that is the first term as well as second term. Now SYBCom and FYBCom, we have learned about microeconomics and macroeconomics. But present year we will learn that is Indian economy and global economic development. So very easy syllabus, very knowledgeable syllabus, and very scorer subject is on our university exam. So that today's lecture is focus introduction of our syllabus and chapterization of our syllabus. Now in this year two term, that is the first term and second term, we will we will study about our Indian economy, totally focus on our Indian economy. Now let's start our chapterization. Now first chapter is introduction. Introduction means not a syllabus introduction, that is our Indian economy's introduction. What is our Indian economy, which is a situation of our Indian economy, that is a total introduction our economy. As a first chapter focus introduction there our Indian economy. Now first point in this chapter is basic characteristics of the Indian economy as an emerging economy. Now emerging means as a growing economy, as a take-off stage economy. To develop stage of economy means emerging economy. Now in this point we will learn about basic characteristics of the Indian economy. It is a very knowledgeable point is. Now second point in this chapter is comparison of the Indian economy with developed economies with respect to national income, per capita income, agriculture sector, industry sector as well as service sector. Now all of five sector is any economy's main sector, and so that we compare this sector of other developed economy with our economy, so that it is a very important chapter is. Now second chapter is our syllabus is agriculture development in India since independent. We are known we have independent in 1947 to till the date, which is a process of development, which is a development condition of our agriculture sector in our economy. So that our first sub point is in our second chapters, place of agriculture in Indian economy. We have known our economy is agri-based economy, and agriculture is our economy's backbone. So that we discuss, we will learn of our agriculture sector, which is a place in our economy in this point. Now second point is in this chapters constraints in agriculture development. Now third one is rural development as well as rural independence and their causes and measures. This is that is a third sub point is. Now fourth one sub point is agriculture marketing, their problems and measures. Marketing is one of the main factor of agriculture sector's development, so that we learn about agriculture's marketing and their problems and measurements. Now last one point in this chapter is price policy. What is a price policy, which is a price policy in our country as a agriculture sector price policy, and one of the main sub point in this points is minimum support price, that is a MSP. Now second chapter end in this point, and third one chapter is our syllabus industrial development in India since 1991. Student, we are known that is our economy as a totally uh, independence as well as totally reform in our country in 1991. That is we adopt new economic policy, liberalization, privatization and globalization, so that we start our industrial development in India since 1991, because it is a economic reform in 1991. So that in third chapter we will discuss about first point is role of industrialization in economic development, which is a role of industrialization in our economy. So next one point in this chapter is role of small, medium and large scale enterprises, means SMEs. Role of small industry, medium industry and large industries. That is a role of main role of our Indian economy, and we discuss their problems and prospects in our second point, third chapter, second point. Now, next one point in this chapter is New Industrial Policy 1991, which is industrial policy, their parameters, their causes, their any other factors. New industrial policy we will learn about third point. And fourth one point is evaluation of industrial policy 1991. This is third chapter's last point is evaluation of industrial policy 1991. Next one chapter is infrastructure in India since 1991. Means infrastructure development, which is infrastructure condition of our Indian economy, we will learn about in this chapter. Now, fourth chapter's first point is role of basic infrastructure in economic development of India. Now, second one point is in this chapter is private versus public investment in infrastructure development. And next one is role of private sector in infrastructural development. And last one point in the chapters is role of public sector in infrastructural development. So that it is a very important chapter is infrastructure. Fourth chapter totally focus of infrastructure, main role of infrastructure of any economy, and which is our Indian economy's infrastructure level and their condition. We will focus about in this fourth chapter. Now, next about our first term in when we learn our fourth chapter and first term, that in, and second term will start, and second term's first topic, that is our syllabus 5 topic is human resource development. Now India is a second large country of population, so that we learn totally focus of our what is a condition of our human capital in our 5 chapter, that is a human resource development. Now in this chapter's first point is role of human resource in economic development. Second point is concept of human development index, that is a HDI, very knowledgeable, very important point in future. Those students have will prepare as a competitive exam, banking exams, as any other competitive exam. This concept is very important concept in futures exam as well as our university exam. That is a concept of human development index, that is a HDI. Now next one is sub point, third point is concept of human poverty index. It is a very important point. Next one is concept of gender related development index, that is a GDI. And last one is gender employment measures. It is a very important and present current knowledgeable chapter is. Now next one chapter is sixth chapter, global economic development and foreign capital. Till 5 chapter we discuss our Indian economy, and 6th chapter focus the developed economy, that is a world's developed economy and foreign capital. Now first point in this chapter is meaning and challenges of liberalization, privatization and globalization is a parameter of Indian economy's development, so that we will learn about what is the challenges of liberalization, privatization and globalization. Second one chapter is second one point is in these chapters meaning and role of foreign capital. Next one is need of foreign capital, and fourth one is forms of foreign capital, and last one is advantages and disadvantages of foreign capital. We will learn total near about 5 subpoint in this chapters, that is a 6th chapter, global and economic development and foreign capital. Next one chapter of our syllabus is 7th chapter, and 7th chapter's name is foreign trade and balance of payment. Now in these chapters we will learn about first subpoint is importance of foreign trade in economic development. The second one point is concept of balance of trade and balance of payment. Third one is India's balance of payment position since 1991, and next one is convertibility of Indian rupee current and capital account, and last one is current export import policy, that is EXIM policy. It is a very knowledgeable as well as very important chapter, foreign trade and balance of payment. We will discuss about step by step as a concept and their present condition. That is near about 5 sub points: condition and concept. We will discuss in 7th chapter: convertibility of Indian rupee, current export import policy. We will learn about in this chapter. Next one is, that is the last chapter of our syllabus, that is a regional and international economic cooperation, their importance, their objectives and structure and functions of near about 5 international institute. First is South Asia Association for Regional Cooperation, that is a SAARC. SAARC means South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Now India is a founder member of SAARC, so that it is a very important of SAARC. And then second one is International Monetary Fund, means IMF. Next one is World Bank or International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, that is IBRD. Fourth one is World Trade Organization, that is WTO, and last one is BRICS. BRICS means Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa's these countries group one of the institute as a BRICS. And in this chapter we will discuss in BRICS introduction and BRICS function. All of it is international levels institutions, and we will learn about their introduction and their function. Now 8th chapter is a very important chapter of our syllabus, and last chapter this is our syllabus. Now next lecture we will start about our first chapter, their introduction, that is introduction of our Indian economy. Now thank you very much.